Hello, welcome to 3 Minute Reviews. Today I'll be talking about Song of Silence. This is a tactical auto battler. There's a campaign mode which has a connected story. The gameplay has two primary forms. The first is on a tactical overmap, similar to the Total War series. This is where you'll spend currency to upgrade buildings, purchase troops, or use other abilities. The second half of the game is combat in which your troops will battle automatically. You can arrange your troops and also use abilities during the battle which strongly influence the fight. The campaign plays out with specific story missions you need to accomplish, such as taking over a set of cities or defeating an enemy. This lines up with what you would normally do, but there can be some issues as the game doesn't put many guide rails. So it's possible to start the next sequence of missions on accident and have to fight two fronts at the same time in certain missions. Additionally, talent choices you make early on in the campaign stay with that hero for the remainder of the game. This can make some early decisions which you don't fully understand the choices given to you result in some feel bad scenarios. Ultimately, the game finds a nice balance of tactical strategy where you move your armies to deal with enemies, and then in battles, these are fast and you have influence over them because of the unit interaction. Additionally, because you're watching it, you might notice that an army full of cavalry units will struggle against races which have giant monsters where they don't get the charge bonus, but do very well against infantry armies. This can cause some interesting interactions where you may travel off to a far city to recruit a war golem and then add it to the garrison, which is your primary choke point against the enemy. That way, you're not forced to have a hero babysit that area. This is a much more interesting twist than auto resolve, which is seen in other games like this, where your primary goal is just to have the strongest troops in your army so that you can auto resolve win. Here you can kind of see the result of your choices. Ultimately, Song of Silence is a fun and engaging game that'll give you about 15 to 20 hours of gameplay from just the campaign. There are some minor issues that come from letting the player have too much freedom and the enemy being pretty one dimensional. But ultimately, it's a solid 7.8. It takes about 20 minutes to start getting into the full of the game and doesn't overstay its welcome as it changes things up frequently.